The new trading year has begun, but markets are still uncertain and full of pessimism. The US stock market lost about a fifth of its value in 2022 due to recession threats, red-hot inflation, and aggressive monetary policy of the US Federal Reserve. The benchmark interest rate in the US was raised by a total 425 basis points over the past 12 months. Forex traders were also discouraged by the end of the year, so the US dollar finished the trade with a decline. The US dollar index, which measures its value against the basket of 6 major currencies, closed the last trading day of the year with a loss of 0.78%, near its 6-month low at 103.50. Back in September, the US dollar index reached its 20-year high amid aggressive steps taken by the US Fed, as the regulator was trying to curb high inflation by sharply lifting interest rates. Today, traders are closing their long positions on the US dollar and taking profit amid a slowdown in consumer prices and the threat of a recession in the US economy. Meanwhile, the euro is taking advantage of a weaker US dollar. The single European currency has won back some losses. At the close of the weekly session, it was trading at 1.07 against the greenback. Investors also keep in mind possible changes in the ECB monetary policy in the face of an approaching recession. According to forecasts, the European Central Bank intends to continue the rate hiking cycle to tame soaring inflation. The British pound has suffered its worst year since the Brexit referendum. Political uncertainty in the UK caused huge capital outflows. In September, the pound-dollar pair hit its lowest level on record. Following the appointment of Rishi Sunak as the UK's Prime Minister, traders resumed purchases of the pound sterling, and though their country's economy is still on the edge of a recession, which has already been confirmed by the Bank of England. An absolute outsider among major currencies was the Japanese yen. It lost around 15% against the dollar due to differences in the monetary policies of the two central banks. While the Fed is aggressively raising rates, the Bank of Japan is keeping the rate in negative territory. However, the yen managed to slightly recover thanks to foreign exchange interventions carried out by the Bank of Japan in its sudden decision to lift the cap on 10-year government bond yields. Over the previous week, the Japanese currency gained 1.23%. The commodities market also posted some gains by the end of the year. Amid aggressive rate hikes, investors fled from gold and preferred the US dollar as borrowing costs and bond yields got higher. As a result, gold dropped to a 30-month low at the point during the year. Yet fears of global recession boosted demand for gold as a safe haven asset. As for oil, it was going through a roller coaster ride throughout the year. When the conflict between Russia and Ukraine erupted, oil prices surged to their 14-year high. Then oil went lower again due to COVID restrictions in China, the world's largest oil importer. By the end of 2022, the commodity advanced by 11%. This allowed Brent to close the last session of the year near the level of $86 per barrel. This is how the last trading week of the last year ended. Conclusions are made. It's time to look forward to future. We hope you are looking to it with optimism. We, InstaForex TV, will, as usual, provide you with the most relevant information for trading. Subscribe to our channel and trade with profit. See you.